the difference between the Sen we played a few days ago and today was very obvious to us. Just they were super aggressive. They were more loose on their individual play. There was a lot of like I would guess like ego fights. Like they would take a lot of fights, and it's definitely something like Kaplan would say.
Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview, this time covering VCT Americas KICKOFF 2025. I'm here accompanied by JonahP of G2 Esports. Yes, G2 Esports, the team that just coming off of winning the entire competition, defeating Sentinels in the Grand Finals 3-2 to push their ticket to Masters Bangkok. And so, Jonah, well deserved on the W. It's the first time you have captured a domestic crown since in
Yep.
Tier 1, since like early 2022, Stage 1 challengers, all that good stuff, qualifying to Reykjavik. I mean, you got to wait a long time for you to receive a new honor like this, but still, finally getting it done. What's going through your mind?
Honestly, just like in my tweet, I said monkey off my back, and that's basically what it feels like. Just having that pressure relieved. You know, being in 3 grand finals in a row domestically, and, you know, the 5th map of this series, we felt it slipping away, and, just that, there's always that thought in the back of your mind, like, "Oh my," like, "What if we don't close this out?" And so I'm pretty sure, like, people probably won't admit it, but I'm sure everybody felt that, and I'm just happy we pushed through, and, our fighter mentality, and we just took it round by round and just kept going.
I mean, did you feel like that sense of deja vu of like past struggles? Do you feel like it was like rearing its ugly head, especially like as you said in those final matches, but mostly, more specifically for you, John? Did you feel like that was weighing on you, and also on top of that, do you kind of feel a bit of pressure, increasing in kind?
Yeah, I think everyone felt the pressure. It was pretty obvious. Like even me, I felt it. But it's good that we got tested this hard because leading up to this best of five, we haven't really been tested, and um, so like we don't know like what our weaknesses are really because we just been so dominant. So um, I would say yeah, there was a lot of pressure. I think there was moments where we were trying to close it out too fast because, I think we were up like 11-3 at one point, and we're so close, we feel it, and we just want to get it over with. Um, and then when we're running into a brick wall, that's like then the pressure starts to come, and then we have to start like thinking clear headed, and it's just we took a good pause and just like calm down and think clearly, and um, all we needed was one or two good rounds, and that's what happened.
I mean, I gotta ask you about the 12th round that you won. Round 20. That was when you and Valen were in that 2v4 clutch,
Oh
and
yeah,
I don't know how you guys were able to do it, but like you guys were like looking for the Sentinels retake, and then I think
yeah.
you went down first, obviously, and then Valen took care of the rest. I mean, like, walk me through that round because, like, on top of just talking to me about how much of a game changer that was in terms of switching the momentum very quickly. What even
Yeah.
happened within the comps between yourself and Valen, and also like the rest of the teams that made the round possible?
So leading, so I only remember in the 2v4 lead. I don't really remember what happened before that, but I remember like we were getting flanked. Top sewer. I'm exposed to like heaven, CT, sewer, and we know there's a guy sewer, and then I get Yoru flashed out spawn. So I'm just standing in the open, full blind, exposed to everything, and I'm just like, I think all I say is I'm dead. And then they didn't peek spawn, so I tucked from heaven, and ISO popped a shield short, so I just had to take my 1v1, and I caught a good timing with him clearing his close left. I shot him in the side, and then I repositioned, and then I got to kill heaven, and that triggered my breach ult. And I was also getting your ulted on at the time, so at that point, I did my job, and I just had to basically sacrifice myself so Valen could finish the clutch. So I just ripped my breach ult just to either for him to get kills or buy time, and um, he ended up trading me. Yeah, he traded my death to Yoru, which I don't know how because I wasn't like on him yet, and then he just played the 1v1 perfectly.
I mean, so many things happening at such a at such so little time. I think that's the kind of right way to phrase
Yeah.
it. I mean, just goes to show how crazy of a match that kind of how crazy of a series this was. In having to face off against the Sentinels team that you guys just took down like a few days ago, 2-0, continuing the march towards potential perfection. Obviously, that didn't really happen today, but nevertheless, taking home the W doesn't really matter. But what I want to ask you, Jonah, sort of like comparing the Sentinels from like the few days ago, upper bracket finals, to the Sentinels that you played today. What do you feel is the one thing that changed the most from that team, and just sort of your observation of like of facing them, and also how difficult it was to take them on, given the previous match, and also I can assume their increased understanding of your gameplay.
Yeah, so the difference between the Sen we played a few days ago and today was very obvious to us. Like we kind of knew, and it was just they were super aggressive. They were more loose on their individual play. There was a lot of like I would guess like ego fights. Like they would take a lot of fights, and it's definitely something like Kaplan would say. I think they played too scared a couple days ago, and um, they kind of reminded me about of us last year. They kind of on Abyss especially. They were just like 5 men execing like 4 ones, just hitting like slamming sights and just like overwhelming us basically. And yeah, they swapped it up. They were super aggressive in our face. Um, they honestly just like disrespected us, and that's never happened yet. And it showed our weakness to that. And we really, it was a battle. We had to really lock in and figure out what we needed to do and adjust.
I mean, you mentioned weakness. I want to ask you to sort of like, what do you feel that weakness is right now facing this G2 team as you guys now move on from winning a kickoff to now, transition over to Bangkok? What do you feel that one weakness is right now?
Um, I would say like, especially high pressure moments. I'm a big voice in the team, and I mean, we all did it. We all like lacked a bit of like decision making. When we're playing bad, it's because we're not making a plan quicker than the other team is. So we basically just let them show their hand, and we react or absorb it. But we need to be the ones, always coming up with a new plan. Um, Even like situations that we don't practice, it doesn't matter. Like we just always have to be on top with our ideas and just the microcoms in general.
I mean, obviously, like with you guys qualifying for Masters Bangkok, you're gonna have a very different version of the team. With Jogimo, gotta ask you sort of like, what do you feel the current level, or more so, how do you feel about the team's confidence, or more so your confidence for the team as you guys try to continue this momentum over in Thailand and try to face off against the rest of the world's best. What's the confidence level now that you guys have Jogamo into the team, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean the confidence is of course all time high for us. I would say we really needed this win, especially for the four of us, excluding Jogamo because of just last year results, always second place, third place. We really needed this, and even if we lost today, we would still be confident, of course, but it would have been hard to take it in and accept that we got second place again. So having us bring this trophy home just adds to the fuel to the fire for us.
I mean, it kind of also feels like winning today just took a lot of weight off of your shoulders, just having to like finally overcome, like, I will say, the allegations of like G2 can't clutch, G2 cannot win in the finals, G2 is not able to finally get over the hump. Does that also kind of feel
Yeah.
like that also?
It would have felt like that if we choked 11-3 map 5 for sure. I would accept it. I would take full responsibility for the allegations, or we would have never beat them. It's all true, but we actually beat them today. We we closed it out. We brought the trophy home. We started off getting destroyed first map 13-4, and you know every scenario that could happen happened today. So started
Yeah.
off getting destroyed, and then we almost let the lead go map 5.
But at the end of the day, you guys came home with the W, and that's basically what all of that matters. And
Yeah.
so as we now look towards Masters of Bangkok, we have all of the teams ready to go all qualified. Well, save for EMEA because they had to figure out the seating over there, and also Pacific, they got to figure out the seatings over there. But nevertheless, do you got any teams that you have an eye towards facing? As you guys now pivot towards Thailand.
I would say definitely Vitality. Um, I think they're the team that have a pretty high skill ceiling. We scrimmed them a lot when they boot camped here, like last month, and we were pretty much scrim partners with them, and it was all like it was always very hard, always back and forth, always tying scrims. They're very good, so I think they have a good understanding of how we play, and but we also have a good understanding of how they play. So I think going into that event, they're gonna be the team for us to beat.
No, for sure. Definitely looking forward to the G2 Vitality potential matchup. Hopefully, we get that sometime in the competition. But nevertheless, that's way into the future. But for now, we're going to focus on G2's victory. I mean, Jonah. One more question.
Yeah,
Champion. What are you going to do next? What are you going to go to like Disneyland for as a celebration? For one day, or what?
I'm
What are you
actually
going to
going
do?
to Disneyland on Tuesday,
Oh
so
shit!
pull up. I'll see you there. But
Eh,
yeah, I mean the plan. I think we're going out tonight, and then tomorrow and the next day are content days. So grind doesn't stop.
Oh yeah, then also like looking forward to the flight towards Thailand because I do understand it's a very long flight
Yeah,
from here over there. So I mean, kind of not looking forward to that, but nevertheless, gotta give you the congratulations for booking that flight to Thailand. A little bit of a like a complex, or I don't know what's the right word. I'm kind of jumbling all
no,
over
but
the
I
place.
understand what you mean. Yeah,
All right, Jonah, thank you so much for answering all my questions for this team. Team really do
yeah.
appreciate it once again. Congrats on the W. Congrats on the well-deserved championship, and of course, I'll see you in Thailand.
See you there. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, man. Have a good rest of your night, man. Have fun in Disneyland.
Appreciate it. I will. Have a
Thank you
good
so
one.
much.